Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a little demo of some of my favorite brushes that are in my new new dry brush pack that you can get on my Gumroad and my Ko-Fi, or Coffee, or however you say it. The link is in the bio, probably in the description as well. And I'm just going to go through a couple of my favorites that are in this set. So let me zoom in here a little bit. This first one, this is just a little sketch of a bearded guy I got. This first one is the old ink liner, so you can see you get some nice varied texture in here. You get a lot of different line weights you can do, and so this is really good for, you can use it to do your line art if you want to do some outlines first. Get a little feathering in there. You can just kind of see the different variations that I'm getting, and it's cool because the texture sort of builds on itself a little bit. So if you want to do a whole lot of feathering, it's not all black. It's got some texture in there. So you get some good feathering ability with this one. I really like that square. You can see it if there's like that square line kind of texture that's going on. It can be fun. This next one is the ribbon inker. This is one of the last ones that I made for this set, and it's also got a lot of feathering ability, but in a different way. This one's really good for getting small details. You can see how fine of a line you can get, but also get a little bit of a thicker line if you want to press a little harder. And of course, you can always up the brush size. But this one has a really cool kind of, I hate using the word texture so much, but yeah, it's got some good texture as well. Looks kind of like a brush that's loaded up but has some gaps in the bristles or whatever. So that's another one of my favorites. This is I'm going to use ballpoint. I have two ballpoint brushes. This is ballpoint Skippy. So you can see that this one gets it's all pretty uniform, but you can see that it has some gaps in the line that you get from it. So it looks kind of worn out, like when you have a ballpoint pen that's just not quite working anymore. But it gives you some good lines if you're looking for kind of a dry, worn out look. And then I have the ballpoint Drippy, which doesn't skip quite as much. There you go. Didn't realize you couldn't see that for a second. This is all, so Skippy, ballpoint Skippy is what you're dealing with. And then ballpoint Drippy, Skippy and Drippy. I've also got the dry Sumi-ish 3 in here. Sorry, the video's a little unfocused. Anyway, so this is the dry Sumi-ish 3. I say sumi-ish because it's, you know, has a little bit of a sumi feel, I guess, but not like a true replication necessarily of sumi ink. But you can get a lot of nice, texture and control over the pressure with this one too. You go thick to thin. So get some of those nice thick strokes. This one's really great for hair. If you're trying to get some expressive lines for hair. And what else is one of my favorites on here? Ooh, the chipped ink. So chipped ink is interesting because this is one of the ones that I built with a dual brush. I think most of these are, to be fair, but you can see how the texture sort of kind of builds as you make the stroke. You can see how it like is sort of filling in after itself, which is kind of a cool effect, I think. I tried to make all of these as versatile as possible. I know these ones specifically are the ones that I like, which I usually like a lot of ability to go thin to thick, thick to thin kind of control. But there are some more like monoline kind of ones and like some filler brushes in here. So hopefully there's something for everyone in this dry brush pack. And remember, until the 24th, October 24th, you can get this set and anything in my Ko-Fi or my Gumroad shop for 20% off with the code DRYBRUSH20. So got a couple more days to do that. And yeah, so I think maybe I have one more in here that I wanted to show. Texture scraper. This is just kind of a fun one. It's not necessarily one that I would use on line art or anything, but you can use it to add a little bit of some texture. I've said texture like 700 times in this video, it feels like, but you get kind of like this. That's what the brush sort of looks like. So it's good for filling stuff in, or adding, you know, if you wanted to like mask out a certain texture or whatever, you can add some nice distressing. So there you go. I hope that was interesting. Hope maybe I sold you on the brush set. But yeah, check it out. If you use Clip Studio Paint, that's what this is for. These brushes are for Clip Studio Paint. And yeah, thanks for watching.